He actually said it in front of the world. He actually literally said it in front of the world exactly what he's about to do. And the fact that he was being hunted and now things have changed completely. Right now, everything's coming out and things are about to get pretty wild now. It's up to the Department of Justice on what happens next. But right now, this clip right here that I'm about to show you, it's only 7 seconds, but it has literally made everybody go, whoa, I can't believe Trump actually said this. Take a listen to this.
Because I was the hunted, and now I'm the hunter. It's a big difference. Big difference.
Said that in front of everybody. He said, I was the hunted. They was hunting me. Now I'm the hunter. He said that in a very miraculous way, like just very fast, very, differently than usually how he says these things. But, when you find the clips and you find everything that you're looking for, you start to realize this is a storm waiting to happen. What is about to happen? Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's been saying this in front of the world for a very long time. He's been telling people exactly what they've done to him, and nobody used to listen. In fact, they used to call him crazy, a conspiracy theorist. But it seems now that everything he said on this video is now proven correctly. And I'm going to show you how, and I'm going to show you why, because of these reports that just came out from the Director of National Intelligence and intelligence reports that indicate everything that they did, including spying on this man's campaign. Take a listen.
Because they came after me trying to do a coup. They came after me spying on my campaign. They started from the day I won and even before I won, from the day I came down the escalator with our First Lady. They were a disaster. They were a disgrace to our country. And we've caught them. We've caught them all. We've got it all on tape. We've caught them all. And by the way, you gave the idea for the Logan Act against General Flynn. You better take a look at that, because we caught you in a sense. And President Obama was sitting in the office. He knew about it too. So don't tell me about a free transition, because they...
Ladies and gentlemen, we've caught them all. We got them on tape. We have everything. He just had to get back into office to show people what it was. And he finally put somebody in place that actually did this, that actually showing the world that Trump wasn't bugging. He wasn't lying about this. This is like one of the biggest scandals alongside the auto pen and the fact that Joe Biden wasn't even probably the president, right? The fact that he was just a body, but other people were really pushing the buttons and doing and signing off and, making, the presidential office seem like a joke. And Trump's been saying this. And again, I remember people were saying, yo, this guy's crazy. He's bugging. He's tripping out. He's lying. He's a conspiracy theorist. He's lying about everything. And no. It comes out that, Director of National Intelligence is now calling for we live in a crazy timeline. From 2016 to 2025, we're talking about this 9-year period. And even 2015, right, when Trump was running and he was looking like, he was being taken as a more serious candidate, right? Looking like he is about to win the Republican nominee. All right, so here is DNI in 2025. The Director of National Intelligence, a former Democrat, Tulsi Gabbard, is now calling for criminal charges against Obama and others over their role in the Russia hoax, targeting President Trump during and after the 2016 election. This thing is getting pretty crazy. Take a listen to what she has to say and how it all literally makes sense. These guys been doing this to Trump for a very long time now.
Essentially making a very intentional decision to create this manufactured, politicized piece of intelligence with the objective of subverting the will of the American people, who in November of 2016 delivered a historic victory to President Trump, defeating Hillary Clinton. And President Obama and his team, their goal was to essentially not accept the decision of the American people, and to use this manufactured, politicized intelligence as a means to enact what would become essentially a years-long coup against President Trump. You have gone into great detail over these years of what the effects of this document and this decision have resulted in. Obviously, a years-long Mueller investigation that cost taxpayers almost $40 million, 2 congressional impeachments, endless smears and attacks against not only President Trump, but his family. He had senior members of his team who were investigated, some arrested and jailed. We had heightened and increased tensions between the United States and Russia. The list goes on and on about the consequences of President Obama and his senior cabinet members politicizing intelligence once again, and I say these words very clearly, to enact what was essentially a years-long coup, subverting the will of the American people in that election in November.
Now, to me, it sounds like you have appointed powerful bureaucrats that just flat out created a narrative that was false to undermine a duly elected president. Now, if that's not a grand conspiracy, I don't know what would be. Do you see crimes here?
I do, Sean, and I'm referring all of these documents that we have found and uncovered, referring them to the Department of Justice for further investigation, accountability, and action, not just investigation, but action. Accountability has to take place. The American people's ability to have faith and trust in the integrity of our democratic republic is literally what's at stake, and therefore the future of our ability to exist as the country that we know it. This accountability is critical to make sure that this never happens again. Exposing the truth and naming those who are responsible should drive that accountability that has to take place. I just want to mention quickly, Sean, you mentioned the Steele dossier. That plays a critical role in these documents that we released, specifically because James Clapper, James Comey, John Brennan, they all knew that the Steele dossier was discredited at this point. It's not something any intelligence professional looked to as something that could be referenced or should be referenced in any intelligence assessment whatsoever. I know that there were professionals who were told include the Steele dossier in this January Obama-directed manufactured piece of intelligence, and they protested to people like John Brennan and James Clapper. They were shocked that it would even be considered. The Steele dossier was used in this manufactured assessment that President Obama directed be created, along with many other pieces of intelligence that the intelligence community itself, for months leading up to the election, said this is not credible and should not be used at all.
But they still used it. And that's what Trump was talking about on that stage. That's why now all these videos are coming out. Because again, look, viral. President of the United States says I was the hunted, and now I'm the hunter. President Trump just said I was the hunted, now I'm the hunter. This quote will go down in presidential history. Everybody is talking about the fact that he actually said this in front of the world. And everybody is shocked by the fact that, like all this stuff is now coming out. People didn't understand what it was that was happening. And I want to play this clip before we go. I think it's a very important clip. Let me take it off the screen now, just so I can, provide some audio for you guys. But man, I got to say, this is a crazy turn of events. Crazy turn of events that we actually got down to the bottom of what he was saying, what a lot of people already knew to be true.
I was the hunted, and now I'm the hunter.
Breaking: Stephen Miller calls the exposed Russiagate hoax a seditious conspiracy to overthrow the government democracy of the United States. Obama and his cronies must be charged with sedition and treason. Tej Gill, your thoughts?
Absolutely, Steve. We all knew this happened. We've known the Steele dossier was fake. Comey put it in front of the FISA court. It was all fake. It was all, it's treason. We know it's treason. And now we have the receipts. We actually have hard evidence, which we didn't have before. We all knew it was true, but now we have evidence. So
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A picture worth 1,000 words right here of Trump saying, that now he's the hunter. We're going to see exactly where this takes place. A lot of people have a lot of low expectations. They said all this stuff is going to come out, but nothing's going to happen as usual. Nobody's going to get arrested. People are going to get away with what they did. What's crazy about this is that the left would say the same thing about Trump. The left would say, oh, Trump got away with so much. He never went to prison. The fact that he's corrupt. Again, but you have actual proof of a governmental coup from a sitting president at that time, Obama, to about to be president back in 2016. A whole coup, basically. That's what it's been transpired to be. or what a lot of people already knew to be, but now it's been confirmed by the DNI, Tulsi Gabbard. It's been confirmed. The Director of National Intelligence has showed you all the proof. What's about to happen? That's the real question that a lot of Americans want to know. Is Trump actually going to hunt for arrest and hold people accountable, or is he just going to put the information out there and people do what they want with that information? That's going to be we're talking about becoming a traitor. This is like you're labeled a traitor, and there are consequences for that. There are consequences for that. The United States of America, written by the founding fathers. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think about this very interesting time that we are living in. Never thought I'd see the day, but we're here, and things have been confirmed.